Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Wow, I need a drink.
So not okay.
Well, I swallowed. Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're back. We're back. We're back. Okay, so hi guys, we are back for something a little different right now. Cause a few of you guys said that we should try the new Kingdom Hearts demo. It's called Kingdom Hearts Melody of Memory. And Sheldon, I have a question.
Hmm.
Does this have like an overall like storyline or plot? Or is it like oh, I always forget her name. The blue-haired Japanese dancing girl in 3DS that we like.
Miku?
Miko.
Miku.
Miku.
No, apparently this has actual story. Also, I've got a bunch of Miku games, so if you ever want to play a Miku game on stream, we can do that too.
So that would be fun.
But no, apparently this has actual story. Every Kingdom Hearts game fits in the story. Like, it's got an actual reason to exist.
Okay, yeah. Why is Kyrie in a throne?
I don't know. Because she's the queen.
Look, there's even music notes in the background, I noticed. So yeah, don't worry guys, once we finish this demo, we'll get back to Phoenix Wright, I promise. And besides, I miss his voice. And besides, I miss you-know-who's voice.
Thank you for downloading the demo version of Kingdom Hearts Melody of Memory. Jump right in and try out a field battle music stage. In these stages, you battle enemies as you run on a musical staff to reach the end and clear the song. You can use different buttons to attack, jump, use abilities, and more. Time your actions to match the timing guides that show exactly when to press a button. The outer circle will gradually shrink. Aim for the moment it lines up perfectly with the inner circle. Let's start with the practice round.
Okay, so it's like throw the Pokeball correctly.
Hmm?
Oh, that's cute. I like the loading screen.
Attack. Okay.
It's really quiet.
Okay, gotcha.
See what
Press
you're
any
supposed-
two. Okay.
See what you're supposed to do?
Yep.
Thunder!
boy. Wow. Okay. This is unique. Okay.
Is it?
Yeah. The controls are strange.
You'll get used to them. Wow, giant heartless.
Right? I did not time that right. Okay. First song done. Cleared. Do not replay the tutorial. I understand the tutorial now. Your HP decreases every time you miss. If you reach the end with some HP remaining, you clear the song. Some enemies require multiple attacks to be defeated. The number above their timing guide tells you how many times you hit them. Alright. So there's co-op and the track selection. So we can play with someone else. Or we can just play a song. So, use L1 and R1 to select the difficulty. Beginner is the easiest, crowd is the hardest. Okay. So, pick a song.
I like the second one.
That one? Let's try it on normal difficulty.
Okay, I had a feeling that the hits would like go along with the beat. It's like it's not really a music game, it doesn't.
Of course. But yeah, the beat does go along with the beats.
See how it hits.
Oh, and we level up too. And we get music notes.
What does that mean?
I don't know. Alright. What now?
What do you think? Do you like that one?
Yeah. I know in the full game you can play as other people too.
So you mentioned.
Oh.
Oh, what? What the heck?
It's a demo. Let's actually play it.
So you don't actually have to press any of the buttons?
Not during it. No, I mean it was like showing how to beat the level.
Oh! It was still in demo mode?
Yeah.
Not bad, not bad.
Yeah, it's the jumping that throws me off.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, because I keep hitting the jump button, thinking it's an attack button.
Oh, and then you jump. Then you, like, what, press the attack button and then it's actually the jump button?
Yeah. I jump. I go, oh, there's an enemy. Jump.
Like I said, you'll get used to it.
I'm getting the hang of this. Yeah, okay. I'm getting the hang of it.
Yeah, like I said, you would get the hang of it. Like, look at your health bar. That's a lot better.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, wait, you only got hit like what? It's like once?
A plus.
Yeah, see? Even they think you're getting the hang of it.
Thank you for playing. So what do you think?
That's how we were actually going to start the story a little.
Oh, no. It's a demo. Let's go. This is how the game plays. Buy our game.
Okay, 2 games in one day. Didn't think that would happen. Also, what is going on?
It's telling me that I'm not allowed to use Phoenix Wright.
Why? Why?
I don't know. Says that I don't own it.
You do too.
There we go. Okay, so do the intro for the actual game.
Okay, I didn't think that would be happening, so So yes, welcome back to Phoenix Wright. I told you we'd be back to it once we finish the demo. And
Do you remember what happened last time?
yes, but it's kind of crazy to say. Please don't tell me you're getting another cup of coffee.
Oh, I didn't even think of that. I'll need that, huh?
It doesn't even have to be coffee, you know that.
Mm-hmm.
It could be literally any drink.
Yes.
But yes, last
Remember how many
time.
cups of coffee we were up to?
What?
Do you remember how many cups of coffee we were up to?
Are we talking about Godot cups of coffee or your cups of coffee?
Godot.
Oh, something like 12?
I want to say like 10 or 11, so not far off from what you're thinking too.
Yeah, 10 or 11. Like 11 or 12, I'm thinking. Yeah, I think he had about 11 cups. In case you guys are wondering who Godot is, you're about to find out. But right now, last time, we basically saved the guy from being accused as a thief. And somehow got him accused of murder. So we're back to a murder case faster than I can even say anything. Faster than you can say. What would you say, Sheldon? Faster than what you could say?
What?
So I said that we stopped the guy from being accused of thievery, and then got accused of murder. It's faster than you can say.
Whippersnapper.
Yes, faster than you can say whippersnapper. But yes, we're gonna get back to it. And obviously find out who really killed him. Who really killed the boss's CEO. KB security. We're about to find out. So, take it away, Sheldon, when you're done. Okay, I thought you were sharing.
Nope, already did.
Okay. It's actually really quiet.
I can fix that. October 13th, 3:02 p.m. Wright and Company law offices. So this was just a couple days ago. Because today's October 16th.
You know, I'm glad we found the urn and all, but poor Mr. Delight got arrested again.
Well, supposedly Mr. Delight was in the CEO's office when the murder occurred.
No way, Jose. I don't buy it. But the one who proved that Delight was there, Mr. Delight was there. Is that it?
Hold on. Okay.
So yeah, can they hear me?
I thought the game audio was off. After we just played the demo of a music game.
Well, Mr. You can tell. At least from what I can understand. Looks like you did too good of a job this time, Nick.
Well, how about we get started looking into the KB security murder?
I think I'm going to head back to Korean Village for a little while, if that's alright.
You seem kind of cursed, Mr. Nick.
Sure, but why? I'm going to bring this sacred urn back and have some people take a look at it. Oh, that's a good idea. I think I'll go with... Now, Mystic Maya, you should stay here. I want you two to spend some special quality time together. Full of love and happiness.
Pearls is so caught up in her fantasy she forgot there's a murder to solve. Sacred urn given to Pearls.
Now remember, no fighting, okay?
She's gone.
Okay, Nick. Time to get going on this murder investigation.
Why are we letting a 9-year-old girl just wander around wherever she wants?
I don't know.
The hall, the agency, the detention center, and Damas' hideout. I think we have to go to the KB security from Damas' hideout. October 13th, detention center, visitors room. Already told you it's not me.
A sad pill for one tapers into silence.
Tapers.
Tapers into silence.
Sounds like they're interrogating Mr. Delight right now.
Man, and we don't have enough time as it is.
Yeah, well, I guess the police are going crazy just like we are. Yesterday they thought he was just a thief. Now they got a murder case on their hands.
I guess you're right. That guard over there looks a bit on edge, too.
Come on, we'll just have to come back later.
Okay, let's go check out some other place, Nick.
October 13th, Master Mask's hideout.
So, Nicky boy, Maya.
Mr. Light.
All I wanted to do was help my dear Ronnie.
Yeah, but I guess it ended up hurting his case.
Don't say that, Nick. She doesn't need your help beating herself up. Nicky boy, please help Ronnie. She's not a killer, I swear. My Ronnie wanted her to fly.
Alright, I'll poke around and see what I can find out.
Actually, I think she's right. She doesn't look like the type.
Right?
Really? Are you serious? So happy.
She, on the other hand. I could see her killing someone.
Why?
For the thrill of
No. No. That's just no. Even you know it.
Well, maybe Ron was gonna get fired. So she went and had a talk with his boss.
Okay, understandable, but even she wouldn't go that far. She would just be like, "Hey, Ronnie, try again," or "Hey, Ronnie, I found a new job for you," or you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that. She would have just made him start over again. I knew asking for your help was the right thing to do. I don't know what I can do to help anymore.
I had no idea Miss Delight has such a vulnerable side.
It's her husband we're talking about. It's Master Task.
There's a tape recorder hanging from his neck.
Let me see that.
I'll be taking this crown now. Better luck next time, gentlemen.
Ron used to say that a happy laugh is the lifeblood of a thief. Well, that certainly is a happy sounding laugh, alright? Yes, and laughing isn't as easy as it sounds. The harder you try, the more fake it sounds. Yeah, Mr. Guy really works hard at his craft, huh?
This thing looks vaguely familiar.
Oh, I know, it's a fishbowl. Well, an upside down one. Anyway.
I think it's a helmet. An alien helmet.
And that looks like a tape recorder or something next to it.
I think it's a transceiver. An alien transceiver.
Oh, that. Ronnie brought that home one day. He asked one of his friends from work if he could have it. It's a Space Ranger uniform?
Mm-hmm.
I'd never seen Ronnie happier in his whole life. Oh, man. Yeah, I want one too.
I wonder if KB Security was in charge of security at the event from that whole case. Did you recognize it?
Recognize what?
The helmet and the transceiver?
The helmet, yes. The transceiver, no.
Where do you recognize the helmet from?
Wendy.
What?
Wendy.
Yeah, and this was on her chest.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. There's a whole bunch of stuff piled up over here.
Where do you roll the papers back in the trash can? Theft of the Mazarian? How do you say that?
I'd say Mazarin, but I don't think it matters.
Mazarin Stone. The Great Albatross Strategy. Theft of the Immortal Goddess Statue. The Great Knuckle Bomber Strategy.
Did the police even investigate this place?
The police took a look at all of that. You know. Really? Did they say anything? They said it wasn't important.
Oh?
Don't worry about it anyway. After all, my Ronnie is just an amateur. Amateur or not, this is cool. Knuckle Bomber? How cool is that?
So Ron received a blackmail letter, huh?
Do you think Mrs. Delight knows of this?
Well, if she did, I don't think she would have been smiling like that.
I wonder if we should tell her about it.
I think it'd be smarter if we didn't.
I really need to go the other way.
Excuse me.
Okay. Cold. This thing is cold. Ah, this is so cute. It's got a heart. It's a hot air balloon, you know.
Wow! There's no fooling you.
I want to make my own balloon now. I'll even let you ride it, Nick.
That emblem on the balloon is supposed to be top secret. This could convince the course of Rondelitis mask to mask. I better not tell Maya. She gets kind of scary when it comes to celebrities. It's a bunch of cheap costume pieces arranged inside a nice frame.
Look, Nick, it's a fake beard.
There's also a mask made out of cardboard.
Here, Nick, try this. Try on this fake beard. Come on, try it on.
Hey, cut it out.
Now put on the mask. Says Phoenix the mask. If you like it, feel free to take it home with you. No, we're not gonna steal from you.
Thanks, but no thanks.
Nick, it's a torpedo.
It's hard to believe, but it sure looks real.
Where could he have picked up something like this?
Please don't say that as if torpedoes are things people just leave lying around. There are a bunch of books lying here. They're all romantic-sounding novels about famous heists and fantastic thieves.
Well, look at all these bookmarks and notes stuck into them.
Let's see here. Note, must remember this thief's way of laughing. Very useful. Note, a calling card is an important part of any good thief's modus operandi.
There was always Ronnie's dream to become a thief.
Well, I guess you can chalk that one down as fulfilled.
I wonder why Mr. Wright never talked to his wife about it.
Yeah, well, I think she deserves some of the blame for not bringing it up either. He's like, I'm gonna become a thief. And she's like, that's nice, sweetie.
Listen carefully to his voice. My Ronnie would never, ever kill anyone. Just not him. I don't think he would either, Nick.
Yeah, but you have to admit he's got a bit of a temper to him. It's not that hard to imagine him just snapping and screaming, "Please die!"
He would never say that. Anyway, Mr. Light, he might not be a killer. But he's still going around saying that he's a thief. I already told you. That's just a fantasy for him. And he's delusional as heck.
Right? Mr. Light, I hate to say it, but you're the one living in a fantasy world.
What? How dare you say that to me, make a point? I know everything about my Ronnie. We don't have any secrets between us. Ronnie isn't the thieving type. So he's honest that he wouldn't even sneak a nap. He's honest, he's so honest that he would even steal a glance. A glance. What?
What?
That doesn't make any sense.
What do you mean?
How can you steal a glance?
If you steal a glance, it means that, you know, you kind of...
A thief. Ha! The very idea.
I guess I just don't get it.
Huh? Get what?
I just can't understand how they can be so different and yet be such a happy couple.
They sure are different. Come on, Nick. Come on.
Come on, Nick.
This is what happens when I don't get to, like, practice. Seriously. Come on now, Nicky boy. It's not that mysterious, is it? It was love at first sight. For me, anyway. What? For you? I hate these kind of people more than anything, she said with a big smile on her face. You mean Ace Detective? No, I'm fine with Ace Detective. Oh, so then you must mean thieves. No, they're alright too. I hate thieves that pretend to be Ace Detectives.
That's awfully specific.
There's nothing I hate more than cowardly men. What?
There's nothing I hate more than cowardly men. I love my Ronnie.
Oh. By the way, why did you go to Detective Abney's office anyway? Well, as the trial went on, I started to get more and more anxious. I went there to try to find out more about the real criminal. A real criminal? Yes, obviously, the real mask to mask is not my Ronnie, right? Yeah? And Detective Atney knew more about Mask to Mask than anyone else. They mentioned him on the Great People Around Town segment on TV.
So then, you went there to ask him some questions.
That's right. I'll do whatever it takes to save my man. His secretary said the Ace Detective isn't in here. She's not right now. She's in right now. I forced my way past her and into his hideout.
I wouldn't exactly call that office of his a hideout.
That bag was sitting right there on top of the table. Oh yeah, we saw that bag there yesterday too. There's nothing lower than someone who would try to commit a crime on someone else. Just Light, do you know about KB Security? Don't be silly, of course I do. That's where my Ronnie works.
So she thinks he still works there, huh? And yet, according to what we heard today... Come on, don't tell me you didn't know. Ron DeLight was once an employee of KB Security. He was a professional security guard. Ron quit. He doesn't work there anymore.
It looks like Miss Delight doesn't know. KB Security is only about 20 minutes away. By motorcycle, that is.
Larry told me it takes 30 minutes by car.
Well, I have to admit, I tend to fly pretty fast on my bike.
To make it to KB Security that fast, are you sure you aren't literally flying?
Why don't I give you a ride sometime? Or better yet, how about now?
No, I'll pass. Thanks. Why don't you just tell us where it is and we'll go ourselves?
What a scary cat you are, Nick.
Mr. Light told us the location of KB Security.
Okay, let's head over there right away, Nick. So was it really love at first sight when you first met Mr. Light? Well, maybe not at first sight. but Ronnie saved my life. Saved your life? I was at work one day when 2 robbers suddenly rushed in. Well, I'm not the kind to just curl into a ball in a corner, so I fought back.
Robbers?
Yes, they took me hostage, so I was so frightened. They were both carrying these huge knives, and that I broke down in tears.
All I can imagine is 2 guys walking in, wearing masks, going, "We're here to rob the place," and they're holding a knife that's like this tall. They're like, "Here we come!" They're holding giant knives.
That's not even a knife, that's a sword.
Right? Bye!
Bye!
Yeah, I would too if I were in that situation.
Oh, I think I get it. The Mr. Caught. Did Mr. Lloyd come running to save you? Yes, exactly. I remember he looked so handsome in that guard uniform of his. Saying he can't see his knives? Okay. He went right up to those 2 knife-wielding robbers and screamed in their faces. Okay.
Okay.
Please stop it! She screamed. I can see the robbers' faces turn pale.
That high-pitched shriek of his does have a surprisingly strong effect on people.
Then crying and swinging his arms like crazy, he attacked the 2 robbers. All by himself. He came to save me. A total stranger, all by himself. He was so scared that he was crying and shaking. But he still risked his life to save for me. Wow, that's a great story. Yes, he may not look it, but in a tough situation, there's no one better. That's why I fell in love with him, like I did.
That's so romantic. I'd fall in love too, I guess.
I hope you do the same for me if I ever get taken hostage.
With Maya, that possibility always seems to loom in the not-so-distant future. Also, you did, Maya. Did you forget that you did get taken hostage?
Yeah.
Aw, Mr. Lawyer, I believe it. Please stop it! Let her go! Did it work? Alright, I guess we'll just show her everything.
I'm so happy that you got your fake urn back. Well, I have you to thank for that, Miss White. And I'm sorry. Huh? What are you apologizing for? Because I mistakenly blamed your husband for taking it. Yeah, I told you, didn't I? My Ronnie can never do such a thing.
So what do you know about this?
No, you can't show what I did. The emblem is top secret. Even though it's literally right behind you. Don't you remember?
Dope! Oops, sorry about that. The way she just said top secret was a worse giveaway than what I did.
So anywho, the word top secret just piques my interest. Like nothing else.
Do you know about this?
Oh, is that a letter addressed to my Ronnie? sorry, but I hate it when people poke their noses into other people's business. Especially Miss Light doesn't know about it. It seems she has no idea that her husband was being blackmailed. That's Ronnie's wallet. It was found at KB's security on the night of the murder. Ronnie and I went out to dinner early that evening. I'm sure he had his wallet with him then.
So it's true then. He must have dropped it at the crime scene.
Ah, I know what that is. That's one of those key cards from... Yeah, it's one of those key cards from Ronnie's company. Come to think of it, it's been a long time since I've seen one.
That's probably because Ron doesn't work there anymore.
Yeah, hello. So this is mask to mask, huh? I wonder what kind of house he lives in.
Who knows? Maybe it's exactly like this house.
You're so funny sometimes. You're so funny sometimes, Mickey boy. But if I was a famous thief, I'd live in a great big gorgeous mansion.
I'll be sure to tell that to your husband.
So, Nick boy, you're a lawyer, huh?
Well, yeah.
How do you like it? I bet it's so exciting.
Yeah, sometimes. Actually, a little too exciting at times.
So I just love a good thrill. Nicky boy? It sounds like you have it so nice.
This is starting to get awkward.
That's really amazing. A master at your age. Oh no, you got it wrong. It's my mother that's the current master. Oh, I see. So what exactly is she the master of anyway? So I see it's
Don't say it, Maya. If you say spirit channeling, she'll laugh.
ouch, that hurt. Oh, this girl. I saw her last week while I riding right across the face.
Yeah, she did. Of all the ways she could remember Pearl's by, why?
She's just a little cutie. If you could bring her by, I'd love to meet her. Sure, of course.
Great. I can just tell I'm in for a reprise of the 100-hand slap.
I know he doesn't look it. But he can really get things done when he puts his mind to it. Really? So what exactly does he put his mind to? Well, not very often, I admit. But I'll never forget the first time we met. As long as we live. As long as I live. It must be nice to have such a fond memory of that. Like that.
Maya, she was held at knife point.
So this is mask to mask, huh? We've already said this. All set. I'll never forget this man. He tried to pin his own crimes on my Ronnie. I don't blame you. All criminals are the same. They're nothing but filthy, stinking liars. I hate their guts.
Okay, I think I get it. I think I can see why Ron didn't tell her how he was earning that money.
As long as I've got my motorcycle and my Ronnie, I'm happy. That is so sweet. Oh. Oh, that's off a little excitement and a little shopping money. Then I'm happy. Now she's starting to sound a bit crazy. Don't you think, Nick? Oh, this is the guy who delivered Ronnie's wallet. She's got some issues, doesn't he?
Huh?
Let's just say his flirting style is pretty obvious. Pretty stale too, actually. Pretty sad when the only thing you remember about a man are his lame pickup lines.
What's even more sad is said man probably believes in those like they're his lifelines.
Looks like he blew it again, huh? I don't like this man one bit. Thank you! She's annoying as heck! She's hiding from my Ronnie from the very beginning. It's his fault that Ronnie is under suspicion of committing murder.
Plus, he lobbed a coffee grenade at me.
Feel pretty silly wearing that mug on your head like a birthday hat. Oh, I know. We can get him back tomorrow by returning fire with a milk grenade. That's not the worst idea you had. Yo, can you fix my hearing aid?
October 13th, KB Security, CEO's office. So I guess this is where it all went down, huh?
The walls in here look thick. Like you'd expect in a CEO's office.
What does that got to do with anything? Hey, it's you guys. Oh, it's Detective Gumshoe. Today was a real train wreck for you guys, huh?
Tell me about it. Sure was, pal. The prosecutor made real fools of us out there.
Yeah, I feel for you.
Well, it's not like you at all. I thought you'd be more like, oh, that was great. You guys got you there, pal. Ho, 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 ho. Or something to that effect.
Do I really sound like that to you, pal?
Occasionally. Occasionally.
Right.
If the gumshoe fits.
Well, anyway. The point is I can tell when someone puts their heart into their jobs. And I can sympathize when things don't go your way. Sometimes I feel like wrong is the only way things go for us detectives.
Well, I had no idea Detective Gumshoe was such a nice guy.
Now if this little love fest is over, maybe we can start investigating.
Anyway, I can see where the body was found. God, this thing is unbelievable.
I bet 4 pearls would fit in there.
I bet 2 or 3 pearls could fit in that thing. Look at the size of it.
That's why you said I bet 4 pearls would fit.
Oh, I thought you said 4.
Oh, 4 pearls? No, 4. 4 pearls.
4. And it's got a bunch of doohickeys attached to it.
It's pretty amazing, alright. Motion sensors, heat sensors, weight sensors.
There's a lot of sensors. Hey Nick, come on. Let's open it up and take a look.
If I broke into one of these, wouldn't that set me down the path to Hoodlumville?
What does that even mean? So, look at that huge frame photo.
Tall mountains rising majestically against a dark and cloudy sky.
There's a title written on the bottom of the photo.
It's titled, Tall Mountains Rising Majestically Against the Dark...
The greatest sunrise of my life. This is it? This was his best sunrise?
Either this guy didn't get out enough, or he had really rotten luck with the weather.
Maybe if he had lived a little longer, he would have seen some better days.
No, Maya.
Don't, Maya. Oh, there's a button here. Let's see.
Hey, cut it out. Don't press that.
That was pretty funny. I never knew Detective Pikachu could jump like that.
What is that button anyway? It's an emergency buzzer. It says right there on the panel.
Oops. You're right. It's written right there. I think how many times have I told you to read the instructions first?
This alarm is connected to the basement guard room. It's used to summon security up here. Really? That's possible on the night of the crime.
Oh, so when the CEO was attacked, do you think that maybe she pressed the buzzer?
Yeah, I thought about that, so I asked around down there. But they said that the buzzer never went off that night. Also, we couldn't find any fingerprints on the buzzer. Mr. Bullard, the victim, wasn't wearing any gloves, by the way, just so you know. I think we better go and talk to that guard about this emergency buzzer. CEO office buzzer, connected to the basement security guard office. There are no fingerprints on it. These look like some kind of bookshelf / rolling cabinet hybrid.
I can't get between these two shelves.
Don't strain yourself trying. It looks like the shelves are controlled by a special panel.
So I guess it's one shelf at a time, huh? Looks like they're filled with bunches of files.
Yeah, files filled with data about security jobs they were hired to handle.
It'd be a good night's reading if you got amnesia. Insomnia. I don't know how I saw amnesia out of that.
Don't know.
I really don't. I was hoping for something a little bit more exciting. Like UFOs or something.
Did someone say UFOs? I knew they were real.
Don't even.
This must be the CEO's desk. It's a lot simpler than I would have thought.
Hey, that was like a super soft chair. Let me try it out. Just for a second. Ooh, nice. I feel like a CEO. Hey, let me have a cup of some really expensive import tea. So let's go, move it. That's the life.
The victim sat in that chair just before he was brutally killed, you know.
Hey!
Check out this big, thick binder here.
Please happy listening to me, Nick.
Reading a file isn't exactly backbreaking work. Just a little hard on the eyes. Ah!
What did you find out, Nick?
This file. It's not about any sort of security operations or anything. This huge file is all about mask to mask. It's filled with info on him.
What? What kind of info?
It's filled with incredibly detailed information about his methods and the crime scenes.
Hey, Nick. Look at the last page.
It's a list. Let's see. Tier of Eminon, $100,000. This looks like a list of all the treasures that Master Mask stole.
And how much they're worth.
Yeah.
So then, $100,000 is the value of that stolen item?
Oh no, that number sounds kind of low to me. I think I better secretly make a copy of this list. Kane's list added to the court record. Found on a table at the crime scene.
I was gonna say, the only thing about this rope. Do you think it fell out of the safe when it was open?
I don't think so.
So you mean...
Yeah. I think the string shows where and how the corpse was lying.
You mean... The victim... He was killed by being crushed by a safe door?
She can't be serious, can she?
I don't know, it's possible. Detective Gumshoe, tell us what you know about the murder.
Okay. But the thing is, I'm really not supposed to.
Hey, come on. How about we put our hearts into work first? Things are really working against us. Right now we need help.
Okay, I'll tell you. Just don't start crying on me, okay, pal?
Okay, I won't cry on you, pal.
The victim's name is Kane Bullard. He was the CEO of KB Security, and a pretty big fella in his own right. His corpse was discovered at 9 this morning. His estimated time of death was 1 in the morning on October 12th. Cause of death was blunt force trauma to the head, probably an object in this room.
It happened at exactly the same time that Master Mask was stealing the urn.
Oh my god, he was crushed by the door. He totally was crushed by the safe door.
Time of death, 10:12 at 1 a.m. Cause, cerebral hemorrhaging from blunt trauma to the head. You know what that means, right? He was hit with something blunt and it made his brain bleed.
So why did it take almost an entire day to discover the body?
There's a good explanation for that one. Bullard's body was stashed away inside that safe.
Safe? Well, it is pretty big.
Nobody had heard from him, and when they opened the safe this morning, out he came.
Oh, so the body fell out. That white string must be the shape from when he fell out.
I was wondering why only half his body is shaped out. I was wondering about that. Like, why is there only half his body?
Right.
It's like, is the rest of it underneath the safe? I don't get it. I think we still need some more information about Mr. Billard. Bullard? Billard? I don't know.
She says billiard.
Billiard.
Maybe you could start by getting the man's name right.
Can I have a drink? My and Dad's right talk too much.
Right.
And I'm the only girl in the room.
Put him up, this is a robbery!
What was that about?
A giant knife.
That's my hiccup sword.
I know. As close as I've got to a giant knife.
So, what happened to Mr. The mask?
Damask?
He's at the detention center screaming like a madman. Investigate me again, he keeps yelling.
No, I didn't mean him. He's not the real thief anyway, right?
Oh, you mean that detective at me? Oh, that was great. That guy got what he deserved.
Now that's the detective I know and love.
Think about it. Abney was always around when a calling card showed up. But he always mysteriously disappeared when the heist took place. I was hiding at the crime scene. Yeah, right. That's the lamest thing I've ever heard. That's how you just knew he was the thief.
That would explain how he was able to retrieve the stolen item he was bragging about.
Yeah, he just did that to make himself look like a great detective. That's all. But there's this one thing that I can't figure out about his first heist.
His first heist.
Yeah, the Tear of Eminon case. There was a witness on that one.
A witness?
Here, I saved the newspaper clipping. So the thief is already under arrest. You guys can keep it.
Hey, this guard here. Haven't I seen him somewhere before?
It's pretty small, so it's kind of hard to see, but now that she mentions it. Newspaper clipping added to the court record.
Stolen? The gem and the thief.
The precious gem, the Tear of Eminon, priceless.
Oh, that prosecutor. I really don't like that guy. The way he used our own evidence to do that to Mr. Delight.
Yeah, I think he did it that way just because he knew it hurt more. That's what my gut tells me anyway.
So who's that Java-addicted mass maniac anyway?
Prosecutor Godot? He's quite the enigma, huh? The thing is, pal, I never even heard of the guy before. He just showed up one day at the prosecutor's office. Came out of nowhere.
Okay.
That's right. He said this was his first case as a prosecutor.
And it's true, according to the records anyway, but no way he's an amateur. He's an Iceman in court, a maverick that gives me goosebumps.
Goosebumps? You?
Yeah, I knew something was off about him, so I asked around. Nobody would talk to me, they all just turned the other way.
Poor Untitled Chapter. I had no idea you were so unpopular.
No, that's not what I meant.
That Godot guy acts like he knows me and has a grudge against me. I get the feeling he's hiding some kind of dark secret. It's Franziska in disguise.
No. No. That's not even right skin tone.
Here, take a look at my attorney's badge.
Are you still showing that cheap little thing off? A real man keeps his mouth shut and carries a suave police badge, pal.
So about this.
Hey, thanks, pal. How'd you know I had a sore throat anyway?
Hey, what are you doing?
Blah. Sorry, that thing's all smooth and shiny, so I thought it was a piece of candy or something.
Can't believe you ate the whole thing in one go.
Almost swallowed it too, pal.
Oh, my poor Magatama.
Hey, look at this.
Ooh, thanks, candy. Ow. I still got no idea why Master Mask would go after a broken old pot like... I mean, this tasteful old family heirloom.
Good point. Why go after a worthless piece of junk like... I mean, worthless in a good way. I mean, this is the first for the guy. Adrian Andrews hired at me as security before the calling card even came. I wonder if that has anything to do with how things played out.
Yeah, I don't know why someone would steal such a worthless piece of I mean, it's a great family heirloom, yeah. Remember, don't tell anyone about that emblem, okay, pal?
Does a thief ever send these to the police?
No, always to the victims. Up until now, the victims have always come to us looking for help, though.
That's not what happened this time, you mean?
You got that right, pal. Listen up, if you guys ever get one of these calling cards, I want you to come to us right away. Got me?
Yeah, sure.
Detective Gumshoe. How about this right here?
Sorry, it's hard to believe, but there's a limit to how much my brain can hold. I got 2 ears and 2 eyes, but I only got 1 brain.
I can see your eyes and the ears. But the jury is still out on the brain thing.
Hey Nick, if you have something to say, just come out and say it.
The thief in the photo, taken by the security camera, is missing his brooch.
Yep. The thing is, there's no evidence that the photo was tampered with. It was definitely taken at 12:58 a.m.
Turn the tables at the trial day with the mystery of this missing brooch. What if there's something more to this missing piece of costume jewelry?
You click on the exact same thing.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
No. First time I clicked on the camera data.
Oh.
Yeah.
So Detective Abney wasn't hit in the back of the head after all.
That's right, because he was the real thief. He wanted to look like he was knocked out. So he bent it on purpose. I'd stake my reputation on it.
What kind of a creeper ruined an antique for that?
I want this blackmail letter.
Yeah, I've been thinking a lot about it too, pal. Why would Kane Bullard have been blackmailing Ron DeLite anyway?
I don't think it was him.
Well, Mr. Delight used to work at KB Security, right? But what was it that made him quit?
Nick, that's it. Maybe that's the same reason he's being blackmailed.
Well, I'm in the middle of investigating that right now.
Oh, alright.
This is proof that Ron DeLite was here at the crime scene when the murder happened.
His wallet and this key card, huh?
I think we need to ask Mr. Light some more about these two things. Detective Gumshoe, about this right here. So about this.
Huh? What's that?
Hey, wait a minute, Maya.
What's wrong?
We copied that data without permission. Don't show it to him. He might get mad at us.
So, what are you two whispering about?
Oh, it's nothing. Just a blindfold. Billfold?
That's a pretty thick billfold you got there, pal.
What's a billfold?
Wallet.
Now I really want you to show it to me. This was his first heist, and I guess I underestimated him. I was sure I was going to get him, so I was careless and lost the info on the witness.
By witness, do you mean the guard in this photo?
Yeah, he and the detective worked together to try catching Mask to Mask.
But he got away, huh?
That guard. I got the weird feeling that I've seen him around lately. Pretty goofy looking face if you ask me.
Hey,
What are you doing carrying around that with you anyway? It's not like we'll ever need it.
she has got a point.
Oh, that's Miss Mia Fey. She was a truly beautiful person, pal.
Huh? You knew her? You knew my sis? I really need to tighten this thing.
Yeah.
Sure, everybody in the police force knew her. We all lost a great friend that day. I just got something in my eye. I'm not crying. You're such a familiar face to me now, you know? And now that I think about it, you're the real victim in this case, right? But for some strange reason, It's hard to think of you as a victim, pal.
You're not right on the victim. That was our most precious treasure.
You know, pal, I think I know why I can't think of you as a victim ever. Sorry, pal. My head feels like it's gonna burst.
Note to self, keep hair away from Gumshoe's head.
I kind of feel sorry for him. He's kind of a sad young guy.
Yeah, and he seems to have a habit of always getting arrested prematurely.
Well, it's just my personal opinion, but I think the police should have investigated the whole thing more carefully.
But weren't you the one that arrested him with a giant gooey smile on your face?
Come on, we don't have time to start with that. Let's just leave it alone. Pretty goofy looking face. Aw, dick.
I know I look a little rough around the edges, but the truth is, I'm a lot more detective-like than I used to be.
Really? Like what part?
Like the color of my coat.
Ah, you're right.
Yeah, but what about what's inside the coat?
I always knew there was something suspicious about this guy. And I was right. It turned out that Damask was really that ace detective in disguise.
You really thought that?
Huh? Of course. It's the stone cold truth. Sooner or later, a guy like that always shows his true colors.
Yeah, well, I think we saw a little too much of his colors today.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you on that one. Sorry, pal. To be honest, my head is so full right now it feels like it's gonna burst. That guy's a real puzzle, if you ask me. Then maybe I should be asking you. Do you know something about him?
Why would I know something?
Well, it sure sounded like you two knew each other from the way you acted today.
It's Mr. It's Mr. Godot that acts like he knows Nick, not the other way around.
It's Miles.
No,
No?
wrong hair color.
No, wig. Exactly. You'd think I'd remember someone like him.
I still say the whole thing's a bit suspect.
Still, why would Edward go through all of that trouble? And what made him addicted to coffee?
I don't know.
Seriously. Detective Gumshoe, tell us more about Mr. Shampoo Bear.
That's Kane Bullard, not Shane Bluebird. Pal.
Oh yeah. The victim in this case just doesn't make much of an impression on me.
Well, you were the victim up until Mr. Bullard was found dead.
Yeah, and his body wasn't discovered until this morning.
Anyway, we don't have enough information yet. Can you help us out?
Sorry, I'm actually a little confused myself. For some reason, I'm just blabbing like an idiot right now.
Oh Nick, now's our chance to get more info about the victim, so hurry up and ask.
Can you tell us some more about Mr. Bullard?
He was the CBO of KB Security, right? What kind of a company is it anyway?
A security company? Well, the company basically sends security teams out to buildings to guard them. Mr. Bullard must have had the chance to learn a lot of secrets during doing this kind of work.
Oh, and?
And I don't know how to put this, but the guy was kind of a money grubber.
Really? Me too. I just love money. Can't ever get enough.
Please stop leaning in towards me like that. You aren't getting to my wallet. It's like, oh yeah, I love money too. I can't get enough of it. Hint, hint. Hint, hint. Oh look, Phoenix was sad over there.
Anyway, it looks like he did some pretty shifty stuff to earn his millions.
Oh, so that's my bro. Says wrong hope. And you mean shifter.
Shiftier.
Shifter?
Shiftier. More shifty. Let me go already.
Apparently, he was involved in selling trade secrets between rival companies.
They're pretty dirty and underhanded.
Do you know what trade secrets are?
Not really.
Um,
I feel like it's pretty self-explanatory, but...
In a sense, yes. A trade secret is like, you know Coke, right?
Yeah.
Do you know how they make Coke?
No.
No one does, except for Coke. It's a trade secret. So if he sold trade secrets, he basically would get the recipe for Coke and go, hello, Pepsi.
Oh.
But did you know, speaking of that exact scenario that I just brought up, and I didn't do this on purpose, someone that works at Coke actually stole the recipe for Coke and brought it to Pepsi and tried to sell it to the Pepsi people? And you know what the Pepsi people did? They called the cops on him and gave back the recipe to Coke and went, we didn't look at it.
That's nice.
Right?
That was nice of them.
They're like, listen, I know we're rivals, but at the same time, come on.
Seriously?
Yeah. Oh, KB Security used to head security operations against Mask to Mask.
What? Really?
Yeah, and after screwing up so many times, the company's reputation really took a nosedive.
So it really was Bullard who sent Ron the blackmail letter, huh?
Okay. Now.
Oh, there's a security room.
So yeah, let's try this out.
Oh, right, because we got to talk to the security guard. October 13th, KB Security, security guard office. Wow, this is really something else.
For a security guard office, it sure doesn't feel very secure.
KB security guard. Oh, I just remembered Larry might be... Hey, Nick, what's up? Oh, so he is here. Yo, how's it hanging, dude? And you got my sweet little Maya with you, too.
Hi, Larry.
Here I was working my fingers to the bone. And in walks an angel. I've got no problems with a daytime date. It's all good. No, that's not what we're here for. We're investigating the Bullard murder case. Huh? Oh yeah, that's right. You're a lawyer, aren't you? Also, it's the music again.
I was just about to point that out.
He's so hopelessly clueless. Death Mother says, who's late? You're late.
Hello, Death Mother.
Well, if it's about the murder case, boy, have I got some good info for you.
I know this music keeps tripping over itself and you don't like it. Really, what is it?
It's good for most of it. What does that? Well, I don't mind sharing with my sweet little Maya. But Nick here is a different story.
But Larry, I thought you two were old friends. Old school buddies.
That was then and this is now.
Okay. I know, it's... Wow, take a look at these things here.
Death Mother says, I sadly gotta go already, sorry.
But you literally just got here.
I'll be back, but I gotta eat.
Ah. Hey, Larry. Where are they?
Did you say, Hey, man, it's not like I have to know what they are to do my job. I always thought they were just some kind of decoration or something.
Oh, boy.
How did this guy ever get a job here anyway?
Good question.
Like, this is like radar and sonar and stuff. He's like, I don't know. I thought they were just decorations. Those screens there show what's going on all over the building, everywhere. And it's my job to keep a steady eye on them. All of them. Wouldn't sound so smug if I were you.
Can you watch regular TV on these too?
If anyone would sit here and watch TV instead of working, it's Larry. Hey Maya, I'm a pro, okay? Besides, you can't get regular TV on it. And how do you know that, Larry? Because that was my first bit of investigation, if you know what I mean. So we get the job and they went, here's your office, you're in charge of the security cameras, keep an eye on the whole building. You went, okay, cool. Where's the remote? Where's the remote? I want to watch my cartoons. I know what you're thinking. It was a professional investigation, alright?
Oh, that's professional.
He's got snacks just sitting on the keyboards. That's my workstation. Pretty cool, huh? I keep a steady hand on the monitors and use that mic for communicating.
Look at all this equipment. It must be hard to operate.
No biggie. I think there's an instruction manual somewhere in this room.
Somewhere?
Instruction manual? What? Well, I guess I'd start by calmly looking for the instruction manual. What do you do if there's a problem? During that time, my partner, the old lady, would calmly look for her reading glasses. That's what us security professionals call teamwork. Even Maya and Pearls could run this place better.
Yes, they could. Hey, what's that supposed to mean? What's with the bag?
Well, if this is Larry's workstation, that's my partner's seat. Your partner? Well, that's what I call her. She's my superior, actually. Kind of a weird old lady.
There's teeth spilled all over that machine, you know.
Oh, don't worry about it. Just the other day, I spilled some chocolate milk on mine. It still works fine, more or less. They really know how to build them, I guess.
Who does that?
Something is written on this poster in fine print.
Guards 5 commandments?
Commandments.
Commandments. What's a commandment?
Basically like a rule that you cannot break. You must follow it.
Wow, that sounds serious. Let's see what it says. 1. Obey thy superior. 2. Respect thy superior. Smile at thy superior. 4. Salute thy superior. 5. Buy donuts for thy superior upon command. Oh.
As soon as he said security, old lady, I'm like, I know who it is.
I was thinking the same thing, but I was really hoping it wasn't. It's signed Wendy Oldbag, head supervisor.
She's one tough old bird, let me tell you. Cross her and you come face to face with a real, genuine ray gun. Yeah, sounds scary, alright. Well, fortunately, she's on vacation. That's why I'm so relaxed right now.
Ah, thank God.
Smells like old bag. Hey, Larry, that's your jacket, isn't it? That's right.
Did you know this music is so distracting?
I know.
Did you know you hung in tying it right on top of some kind of lever?
Yeah, there's literally a lever there.
Oh.
And he hooked it right on there. Yeah, sure. I was told to never ever touch that lever. She scowled and huffed at me. Something terrible will happen if you do. Got a greenhorn?
So why you so
Yeah.
Yeah. And I meant that.
Okay. As long as you meant it.
This song is so distracting. So why hang your jacket on such an important lever?
Because it got me curious. If the jacket's weight pulls the lever down, that's what they call an accident. Doesn't the suspense just kill you? Don't you want to know what'll happen? Huh?
It's true. It's killing me too. What about you, Nick?
Yeah, but for a different reason.
What different reason?
He's like, isn't the suspense killing you? Yeah, it's killing me, but it's not the suspense that's killing me. You guys are killing me. I'm going to go insane. He's hanging his coat on an important lever that Wendy said, never, ever touch this lever. And he's hanging the coat on it so that if the weight of the coat happens to pull down the lever, well, that's just an accident, and I just want to know what happens. And if you set off a self-destruct sequence, Larry... So what's this good info you were talking about, Larry? Hey, I'm a guard, a pro. I can't just give away information for free. You want some bribe? I thought professionals were more, I don't know, honest. Can you talk to him, Maya?
Larry, tell us already. What's the good info?
Hey, I like that. This kitten has got some claws. Okay, you really want to know?
Yes, so tell me.
Okay, so the thing is, Rhonda Light was an employee here. And naturally, since I'm a pro, I looked into his background. Follow me.
Yes, you're a pro, I follow you. Go on.
Well, 1 year ago, Rhonda Light was fired. And there was no warning at all. It just happened all of a sudden. I know this is a small company, but I think that was pretty awful.
I guess he must have done something bad to have gotten fired like that.
Like maybe skipping out of work to go pick up hot chicks or something. No, that's just you. So what is it like to be a part-time security guard? Let me tell you, it's tough. Well, you know me. I get by all right, I guess. First, I have to keep my eye on those monitors. All the time. You mean the ones that you're literally facing away from?
Monitors? I hate this song, it's so distracting.
There's security cameras set in each room around the building. It's really hard. Sometimes I feel like my eyes are gonna fall out.
Oh.
And if I see something suspicious, I have to contact one of the teams.
What team?
The security teams for this company. They're supposedly the best in the business. But I'm no amateur either, so if it's something small, I don't bother calling them. So in other words, you basically watch TV screens all day long. You were in this office when the murder took place, weren't you? Why do you say that? This is just a part-time job for me. I can't operate the equipment, and I'm dumb. Even if it is part-time and you are dumb, you're still in charge of security here. Hey, give me a break. Don't try to pin the whole thing on me. That's not fair, Nick. Huh?
I don't think you can expect someone like him to take any responsibility.
Anyway, the point is you were here that night, right? Oh.
Oh boy.
Oh no, I knew something smelled bad. And it was the butts after all. Well, it's like I always say. That was then and this is now, okay? Looks like I'm gonna have to break his psych locks after all. Let's see what we need. night of the crime. On the night of the crime, were you working hard like you were supposed to? What? Huh? Of course I was. Why wouldn't I have been? But didn't you sneak out of work just yesterday to go see Miss Delight? But that was that, and this is this. Is there any chance that you snuck out of work last night too? Never. I didn't sneak out. I tell you what. I'll even bet you $1. $1? Wow. Now that's confidence. What's with that drenched in the rain puppy looking on your face? Do you have any evidence that I left my position, or are you just pulling my chain? The evidence that Larry was not manning his station when the murder happened is... We don't have anything.
No, but at least we know what to do.
Yep. Hey Larry, there's something I want you to look at. Hey Nick, I told you I'm a pro, and you don't interrupt a pro when he's working. I don't have time to sit and chat with you, alright?
Oh, is that right?
Oh, naturally I've got time for you though, Maya. We're gonna have to squeeze this guy if we want to get more info out of him, huh?
Then let Maya do the squeezing.
Right?
This song, it's catchy as heck, but oh my god. So distracting. We have literally nothing to show this guy. Literally nothing. No, nothing. This guy just does not want to talk.
So I think we're gonna have to squeeze this guy to get any info thing. He's basically saying you need to break his sight block first.
We don't have anything. Keep it for like... Okay, put me up. My hearing aid.
October 13th, Lordly Taylor, Main Exhibition Hall.
The treasures of Korean exhibit is all ruined now.
Maya.
I'm sorry, it's just so sad. This is our big chance for everyone to learn about spirit channeling.
Maybe I can cheer her up somehow. Well, now that we've got the Sacred Urn back, maybe they can reopen it?
Really?
Sure. Maybe we can label it the Urn of Master Mask's Desires. That'll probably attract a lot of attention.
Wow, wow, wow. That's brilliant, Nick. We could clean up. And be filthy rich. Woohoo!
Wow, that was surprisingly easy. October 13th, Lordly Taylor, Basement Warehouse.
Oh, it's you, Mr. Wright.
Miss Andrews. What's she still hanging around down here for?
So, how's it going? What about the sacred urn?
The urn? Oh, that. It's already taken care of. It's been taken care of already.
What do you mean, oh, that? Taken care of? Do you mean it's been found? Yes. It was brought in during the trial today. Yesterday, actually.
No, today.
Wow, really? You really are the greatest, Mr. Wright. Mr. Wright had nothing to do with it. It was Mask to Mask's wife that found it. It wasn't Mask to Mask. Well, anyway, I'm so relieved.
That pathetic-looking wooden box.
Ah, that's the box that has the urn in it.
Don't touch it. There may be clues to the thief's identity on it.
I worked so hard on the box. We read all of it.
Huh? You
already.
made that box used for a box, Maya?
What does it look me?
Poor Maya. Maybe it'd have been better if Master Mask had taken the box too.
Are we ever gonna be able to point out the paint?
Looks like a part of a big signboard. All I can read on it is the burr.
Ah, I got it. Maybe it's supposed to say hamburger.
Why would anyone write hamburger that big?
Like maybe for the World Hamburger Festival or something. That's not real.
Kinda doubt it.
Aha. Cut. Maybe it says spaghetti.
Why are you talking about food? Oh wait, that's normal for you. Anyway, it says burr. There's no way it could be spaghetti.
Well, maybe it was a typo. That is not a typo. It might have said spaghetti festival. What do you think?
Okay to me. Besides, spaghetti is the only thing more tangled than your reasoning.
No, we're not doing this.
That's a
again.
stepladder.
We're not doing this again.
Right, sorry. I don't feel like we've had this exact same conversation before somewhere.
That's the camera. That Detective Abby set up, huh?
That's what he said.
And yet he still let it take a picture of him. I guess he's not smart as he pretends to be.
The camera belonged to Lordly Taylor, so he knew he couldn't tamper with it. So then why would Master Mask, allow that to happen? Zavari! It looks to me like it's been dried for several days.
There's something suspicious about this chain lock. The bottom left part of it is shaped oddly, and it's shocking pink.
I don't see how the color of the paint is in any way important.
It's gonna bother me.
Sachi wasn't where it is now when we first came in, right?
Oh my god, are we not allowed to point out the paint on the box?
It says organi.
Nick, it says organized. These can't be the last two letters.
Yeah, well, I guess no one else could read it either because this place is a mess.
Yeah, so you should feel right at home, right?
Organi. It looks like the door to the actual storeroom. I can see lots of big boxes and stuff back there.
Take it at me, you think I got big on? Wow, I can't talk. Detective Amy said he got hit on the back of the head with this by a thief. obviously a lie. Because it turned out Anthony was the real thief. So hard to believe.
Looks like Adrian feels really bad about it.
I'm going to take full responsibility and fix that sword myself. I know I don't look it, but I have complete confidence that I can fix it right up. I promise I'll fix it so you never knew it was bent in the first place. But please be gentle with it. Just heard about it on the news. So that detective was actually the thief all along.
It looks that way right now.
But it's my fault. I'm the one who ended up hiring the mask to guard the treasures.
Don't blame yourself. You were just doing your job.
Hey Nick, if you want to apologize, teach the letter. So when was it that you hired Detective Atney again? About 20 days ago.
And when was it that Master Mask's calling card arrived?
It was about 10 days ago.
So he sent a calling card to the very place he was hired to guard.
Guess that's it then. Detective Atney must have really wanted the sacred urn after all.
I guess so.
What? Some master murdered someone as well? No.
Well, that's how things look right now.
Yes, but I thought he was here stealing the urn at the time.
Well, we're talking about a criminal mastermind, so anything is possible.
Nick, let's get down to business already.
To defeat the Huns.
Really?
Yes.
Seriously?
Yes. She said, let's get down to business.
On the night of the theft, did you notice anything suspicious about Detective Atney? No, I couldn't have. After all, he was hidden the entire time. I never even caught a glimpse of him.
He claims that's the way he always operates.
That's just what she said, so he can have an alibi while he commits the theft himself.
Yeah, he was caught in the crime scene photo dressed up as Master Mask pretty well.
I'm so glad that you got your sacred urn back.
Yes, but there's still something that bothers me about it.
What is it?
I'm not exactly sure, but somehow the urn that came back seems different.
Really? Different how? You wouldn't know anything about that, would you, Miss Andrews? No, I don't know anything. Why would I? Oh boy.
Cyclops.
What do you think this means, Nick?
It means the person that holds the secret to the mystery of the sacred urn is our very own Miss Andrews.
Can I have a drink?
The sacred urn. Miss Andrews, do you know anything about the Sacred Urn?
Do I know anything? I'm in charge of the entire treasure exhibit.
The urn that was submitted before the court today. It's obviously not the same urn as before.
Well, that's true. Maybe it isn't the same. It could be a fake.
A fake?
You're the one who said it wasn't the same. So that's the most obvious explanation. Do you have any evidence the urn that was submitted at the trial was genuine?
No.
I don't get it. Like, what's odd about the urn?
It's a fake.
How did they know that, though?
Because he said something's weird about the urn, and she immediately went, "What? Nothing's weird about the urn. What are you talking about? Is that the same urn? Of course it's the same urn. What are you talking about? Of course it's not a fake." She's the one who brought up it being a fake. All we said was that it seemed weird. It seemed different. And she went, "It's not a fake."
Can I look at it?
The urn? No. You can look at this.
So I know it was covered in pink paint.
Right? Whereas this isn't. Do you think that's what the...
Mm-mm.
You don't think that's what the thing is?
We saw there was pink paint on the box. Phoenix
Right.
just refuses to point that out.
October 13th, Atme Detective Agency. Well, this place is literally crawling with cops.
What did you expect? Now that they know he was actually mask to mask, this must be incredibly embarrassing for them, don't you think?
Yeah, I guess they're trying to make up for it by tearing the place apart. Hey, I just noticed. Gumshoe's nowhere to be seen.
Well, he is a homicide detective. He's probably working on the murder case.
Wasn't he in charge of the mask-to-mask investigation all the way up to yesterday?
Well, the murder case is a lot more exciting, isn't it? Say something like, "There's nothing like a good murder case, pal."
Points for the quality of the impression, but I'm not sure Gumshoe is bloodlust, Maya. And there's not even anything to look at. Okay.
Odd. Very, very odd.
Do you think that
Maybe
he's
we
ready to
talk
talk
your
yet?
mom now?
No? Okay. So we either need something that proves that the urn is genuine, or that Larry wasn't in the security room.
Which we don't have for either. And there goes my head. That was my bad, and I don't know why my hearing aid is in the back of my head. Ow. I really need to tighten this thing.
Yeah, I tried. It didn't want to tighten. It just loosens back up.
Oh, that's because you're not really tightening it. You're just pulling it to the side.
That's tight. Okay.
No, it doesn't feel tight. That's my hair.
See, the problem is I can tighten it here, but then you get a big loop of fabric.
Why do you have the little fabric?
Because that's how you tighten it, is you pull on the loop of fabric. But the loop of fabric's also supposed to then go somewhere.
Keep push it up.
Okay. We gotta have something that proves that Larry wasn't in the security room, or that the urn isn't genuine. Or is genuine, I guess. As far as the urn thing, this is the only thing I can think of. As far as him not being in the room, he wasn't in the security room because he was at the exhibit. He wasn't in the security room because he got talked into dressing up as mask to mask and stealing the urn. He wasn't in the security room. I mean, maybe the wallet. Because you would have seen the wallet on the ground. And gone to go get it.
I really don't feel very comfortable.
That's because you keep sliding to the side. Come over here. Stay in the middle. And stay in the middle. Maybe it's the wallet.
Maybe?
Alright, so who do you want to throw this at? Let's go to Larry. And do it quickly.
Why?
Before the music. Okay. The night of the crime. On the night of the crime, were you working hard like you were supposed to? What? Huh? Of course I was. Why wouldn't I have been? But didn't you sneak out of work just yesterday to go see Mr. Light? But that was that, and this is this. Is there any chance that you snuck out of work last night too? Never. I didn't sneak out. I tell you what, I'll even bet you $1. $1? Wow, now that's confidence. What's with that drenched in the rain puppy look on your face? Do you have any evidence that I left my position, or are you just pulling my chain? The evidence that Larry was not manning a station when the murder happened is... Oh, hey, I was right. This wallet. You know about this, right? I've never seen it before. Liar. You hand-delivered this wallet to Mr. Light just yesterday. Give me a break. You can't expect me to remember every little thing that happens. Well, I do expect you to remember something that happened just yesterday. What time was it when you found this wallet? I guess it was around 1 in the morning on the first floor of our company building. 1 o'clock in the morning? That's right. In other words, Larry, at the time of the murder, you were away from the security guard office. Yeah, but there's something you didn't know, you didn't think about. What's that? My shift that day didn't start until 10 p.m. The murderer might have snuck in before then. What do you mean by that? If the murderer had snuck in before 10 p.m., then it wasn't my fault. It was the fault of the guy whose shift was before mine. Why do I have the feeling that he still doesn't get the seriousness of this? Listen up, Larry. We know beyond a shadow of a doubt that the killer snuck into the CEO's office after 10 p.m. during your shift. I know the answer to this one.
What?
Well, how do you get into the CEO's office?
Key card.
You mean the key card that was used at 1 a.m.?
Ah.
Larry, when you use this key card, doesn't it leave a record? Yeah, it does. But I can't show the record to just anyone you know. That key card data was already made public in the trial today. What? I didn't know that. Any kind of request for info like that is supposed to go through me. Boy, does that sound a bit arrogant coming from a part-time guard. Anyway, according to the data, the door to the CEO's office was open with this card. Furthermore, it was most definitely used at 1 a.m., the time of the murder. No way! Yes, someone used this to get into the CEO's office. That happened at 1 a.m. on the night of the crime, right in the middle of your shift. Oh. Larry, you can't duck your responsibility this time. Yeah! No!
Sounds a lot easier than I thought it was gonna be.
Right? Oh, I knew it. It's all my fault. It's my fault that the boss was killed. My fault.
Larry.
There was nothing I could do. I have important issues to deal with too, man. What happened that night anyway? My Donna happened. Oh God, now who?
Your Donna?
I got a bad feeling about this. Yeah, my Donna called and said I have to talk to you right away. So I went to see her and he was standing right there next to her.
Who was?
Her new boyfriend. It was like some horrible joke. Before I knew what was going on, the guy socked me right in the kisser. Normally, I'm the one that does the punching. Isn't that right, Maya?
Yeah.
So is that why you left the security guard office? I'm sorry. It's all my fault. How can I ever make up for it, Nick? What can I do? What?
Curl up on the floor. Crying like a baby.
Oh boy, Nick! Is there anything I can do? Anything, just name it. I'll do whatever I have to do to make up for it. I swear I will. Can you prove that the urn was genuine? What? Larry.
Hey Nick, as long as he's offering, why don't you show him the evidence we got?
She's right. Maybe we'll get at least one bit of useful information from him. Nick. Remember before we couldn't show anything to him. He was just like, like we had to squeeze the information out of him. That's not necessary, Nick. You don't have to threaten me. I'll tell you what I know. I know it's tough to tell, but I'm really sorry about what happened. Wow, I've never seen Larry look so serious. I actually believe him.
Yeah, he's like a totally different person.
In that case, maybe you and I should get reacquainted. I think you know how much I want to help you guys, but I really don't know what to say about that.
What is it, Nick?
It's just that he seems so, I don't know, pleasant. This is one of Corain's greatest treasures. I used to have zero interest in all this old junky stuff. But now that I'm a new person, well, I can kind of see the appeal. Hey, I got it. Why don't we all go visit one of those musty old temples next time?
I think I can actually learn to like this new Larry.
Yeah, but he still hasn't told us anything useful. Listen carefully, okay, Nick? I know you don't think much of me as a person, but I'm no thief. And I would never wear a goofy getup like that. Nobody ever accused you of being a thief. too much work for me, making plans, writing calling cards, etc., etc. I'd rather just pull a dime and dash at a burger joint.
Burgers, I love burgers too.
Really? Well, how about it? Want to go on a burger date tonight? At least pay for the food, because I'm not defending you again. This is one of Crane's greatest treasures. He used to have zero interest, yada yada yada.
So what about this?
Huh? Mai, you shouldn't have. A love letter for me?
No, sorry. This is a blackmail letter.
What? How do you know about that, Maya?
Huh?
How much is Alexis demanding this time? Huh? Who's this Alexis?
Didn't we show him this letter yesterday too? Pretty sure we did.
Ah, that's the wallet I found.
You found it when he snuck out of work to get socked and kiss her, right?
I didn't sneak out of work to get socked on the kisser. If only I had been more responsible at work. I might have spotted the murderer on the monitor like I was supposed to.
Mary, you really do feel bad, don't you?
Yeah, well, maybe it's all for the best. I think it's brought Desi and I closer together. Just like they say, every cloud has a silver lining. You gotta see that old water glass is half full. Am I right? Now he's starting to sound like Valeria, I know.
Don't forget Nick, half full.
So was this the card that was used by the culprit that night? Well, going off the serial number, then yeah. This card was used to open the CEO's office door at 1 in the morning. Your client had this card, right? Then it's a no-brainer. He's the killer, man. Gonna say, yep. Don't know anything about that, Nick.
The buzzer in the CEO's office is directly connected to this room, right?
That's right. Just like my heart is connected to yours, Maya.
Huh?
Go ahead, Maya. Press the buzzer in your heart. I promise I'll come running to your rescue like the professional guard I am.
Oh, that was pretty good.
Thanks. I try. Do you think you could tell us about the buzzer now?
Yes, please tell us.
Okay, I guess so. Prepare to be wowed. Okay.
Yeah, I think we had to ask him now. I accidentally pressed the buzzer earlier.
Yeah, I heard it. So that was you, huh? You're a security guard, aren't you? Why didn't you come to the CEO's office? Well, this is the 3rd floor of the basement. The CEO's office is on the 1st floor. I thought it would be a good idea to adopt a wait-and-see approach. Plus, there's a police detective here, right? I just didn't think it was necessary. It's as if he's trying to win an award for the laziest person on the planet.
Let's get back to talking about the night of the murder, okay? Is it true that the buzzer didn't go off that night?
There must be a record, right? You must have had a look at it, right? Of course I did. And I couldn't possibly have made a mistake either.
Somehow I doubt that.
Right.
Watch, she thinks he'll say, I'm thinking he'll look at the record. She looked at the record and like, The buzzer did not go off. There was a 0 on it, but it's actually a 1.
No, knowing Larry, it's more like, let's see. The buzzer went off 3 times at 12:30, but that's nothing to worry about.
That doesn't explain last night, though.
I'm saying that knowing Larry, he'd look at the record, say, "Oh, the buzzer went off," and then go, "Nah, it's not. Not important." Yeah, it is. The buzzer went off.
Do you think you could take just one more book for me, please?
Oh, okay. I just can't say no to you, Maya.
What do you think, Nick?
He's probably right. I don't think even Larry could make a mistake like that. Wah!
What is it? What's wrong?
I made a mistake!
Stop, but how?
It can't be. It's impossible. Okay, enough already. What about the records? That night, it went off just once in the morning at around 1 a.m.
I am. That's when the murder happened.
Really? Are you serious? That's terrible. It can't be. The buzzer went off once at 1:02 a.m. on October 12th in the CEO's office.
I think we have to pretend to him now. We learned our lesson.
You guys have really made me reflect on the way I've been living. But the only problem is, with all this reflecting, where's the time for love? Frankly, I think reflecting is a bit overrated, you know?
What are you going on about, Larry?
Plus, do you honestly have any new info on the buzzer record? Huh? The record? No, nothing at all. This guy reflects about as much as a piece of black carpeting.
Do we have to show it to everyone now? Detective, what?
Nope.
No?
Which means the only thing would be either the, what's the best way to reach there? Here? Now is the detention center? No? What are we missing?
I don't know.
If it's not showing the buzzer record to Gumshoe, and we don't have any more info from Larry,
Try Atme's office. Nope.
no one's here.
I thought maybe we could ask a cop. It won't even let us click on anything. Not even the chemistry set. Oh, I know him. This is my boss, the CEO guy.
Well, now he's an ex-boss. Someone killed him last night.
Naturally, I know that. He was a pretty sly man, let me tell you. Oh, really? You bet he was. He made Ronnie chief of one of the security teams. Ron, of all people.
Right?
But that was just so he could work him like a slave. Did Mr. Delight ever have a problem with Mr. Bullard himself?
Even if he did, do you think she'd ever tell you about it?
Well, Ronnie isn't the type to complain about that kind of thing. I tried to get him to talk to me about it, talk about work, but he never would.
Do you think that's what we were missing? No? So what do we do now?
Isn't it obvious? We should get out there and investigate the murder.
Well, first we need to find out exactly where KB Security is located.
Oh. Dude, why don't we ask Miss Delight? She should know. Right there. Right, I want to ask her some stuff about motorcycles.
Motorcycles? You're not thinking of getting one, are you?
I'm not the same old man I used to be happy with her dinky little bike, sneaky boy.
Speaking of asking around, I've got a few questions of my own for Mr. Delight.
Okay, well, let's make sure to go to the business center too.
You must be relieved we got the Sacred Urn back, huh?
You bet. But there's something a little different about it. Don't at me. Don't at me. Pretty obvious, isn't it? I mean, take a look at this. It clearly says I am on the poster.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Oh my god.
See, you know how they got us with that, right? Because at the very beginning of this investigation, Pearl went, "Give me the urn. Thank you. I'm walking away with the urn." So it was taken out of our court record so we could never look at it. If we looked at it, we would have gone, "Wait a second, it says Amy."
It says Amy.
It's not supposed to say Amy.
But the urn we got back said Amy. Like it always used to.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Plus, the base has pink splotches on it now. Please tell me we're going to be able to point out the pink. I'm sure they weren't there before.
Maya doesn't know, but 1 year ago, when the urn was broken, the repairer accidentally turned Mystic Amy's name into I Am. And that repairer was one mechanically unskilled Little Pearls. But still, I don't remember ever seeing pink splotches on it.
Is it possible that the urn is a fake? Oh yeah!
I'm sure Pearls will find out about that when she gets back to Crane Village.
Yeah, I suppose.
Now that I think about it, Maya hasn't been back to Crane Village in a long time. So I guess people still go to Crane Village to do their training, right?
Yep. If you want to become a spirit medium, you need to undergo severe training.
So why haven't you been training lately, Maya?
Well, lately I've been thinking of heading to a channeling dojo to do just that.
A channeling dojo, huh? Sounds pretty serious, whatever that is.
If you're going to train, you have to be serious. Otherwise, real tragedies can happen.
Is what happened last year still bothering you? That murder in her village happened because the power of channeling was misused.
When a medium uses the Karen technique, she temporarily loses her own will.
Make sure to save regularly. So when an especially strong spirit is summoned, the spirit medium can get taken over and even forced to commit terrible crimes. What's worse, in those cases, the spirit medium has no memory of what happened.
But that's not even what happened.
Right. That murder, it wasn't your fault, Maya. You know that, don't you?
I suppose not, but...
See, they're doing it so that if you played this game before you played the second game, they don't spoil the fact that she wasn't the killer.
I guess I'm still a bit shaken up, that's all.
It sounds like being the Master of Crane is going to be a heavy responsibility. Oh,
Finally!
nice. I was just going to
Finally.
check here before we went to the... Okay. October 13th, Detention Center, Visitor's Room. Ah, Mr. Wright.
Mr. Delight, did they finish their interrogation?
Yes, but please don't leave me alone anymore. Mr. Delight, you lied to us before, didn't you? Well, you see... On the same night the Sacred Urn was stolen from Lordly Taylor department store, a blackmail letter you got summoned you to KB Security to hand over some money. And then that's where the CEO, Kane Bullard, was murdered. But there's only one Ron Delight, am I right? So the only question is, where were you that night? This time I want to hear the whole truth. Your life depends on it. Okay. Mr. Delight, do you still insist that you're mask to mask? Isn't that what I've been saying since yesterday?
That was a quick response.
Tell me about it. To be honest, it's starting to get irritating. What I want to know is, how come Godot went, if you testify, then I'll make sure that you get a nice long prison sentence. And he goes, oh, thank you, mister. Why does he want to be sent to jail?
I don't know. But listen, Mr. Delight. At the trial today, we learned the true identity of the thief, didn't we?
Take a good look, everyone. Unable to find a rival worthy of my genius, I was forced to create one by myself. Here I am, the tragic clown. I guess it's true. I wasn't the one who stole that urn.
Of course not. After all, you were at KB Security at the time.
So then the person dressed up as Master Mask in this photo.
It's gotta be Detective Batman.
So that night, you didn't go to Lordly Taylor, you went to KB Security, right? Yes, I went to KB Security at the time the blackmail note said I should.
Alright, what happened next?
Well, I used to work there, so I know where the CEO's office was. I knocked, but there was no answer. So then I used the key card to unlock the door. That's probably when he dropped his wallet. When I went into the CEO's office, someone was in there. Someone? What? Then suddenly they bashed me over the head. Bam!
I didn't see the outline.
I did.
Show me on the.
No.
Why not?
It'll make the twist bigger when you see it.
Damn it!
It's just... What? How?
Dang it! Was it King Bullard that hit you?
I don't know. The person ran away while I was still stunned.
When I came to my senses, the sight I saw left me speechless. The dead body of the CEO was right there in front of me. I thought I'd die myself. Anyway, I thought I should do something with the body.
So that's why you put it in the safe.
Yes, that's right.
Okay, so he put it there.
Yep.
I used to be the chief of one of the security teams, so I knew how to open it.
Okay, what did you do after that?
Well, I got out of there for starters. I was the one who set up the security cameras in that building. So I knew how to avoid being spotted by them.
Nick. All of a sudden, Mr. like sounds. It kind of sounds like it's a murder to me.
Please don't say that.
Mr. Light, is it true that 1 year ago you were forced to quit KB Security?
How did you... I'm begging you, please don't tell Desi, please!
Don't worry. We haven't told anyone yet.
Oh, thank goodness. No, but I suppose I'll have to tell her sometime. She'll find out eventually.
Why have you been hiding it from her anyway?
Desi would despise me if she ever found out I was living a life of crime. A criminal, a thief. She'd never forgive me. My marriage would be over.
Knowing that, why did you become a thief in the first place?
Because Desi spends money like it's water. There's no job in the world that could bring in enough money. Except being a thief. At least that's what I thought anyway.
So you became Master Mask for Desiree, huh? What do you think about this?
I don't really think I can help you with that. No, that's not it. It's just that the thing is, I don't really know if I can say one way or the other.
Didn't really catch that.
Don't worry, you didn't miss anything.
That's kind of strange.
What is?
Up until now, Master Mask has gone after famous works of art or treasures. Why did he suddenly decide to steal this plain-looking urn that nobody would want?
Make it sound like you had nothing to do with the theft.
Well, it wasn't me that chose to steal this urn.
This calling card. Did you send this?
No, that is, I don't know anything about that. I mean, I had other plans for that night already.
That's true. He did get that blackmail letter after all.
What about Detective Abney? Could he be the one that sent it?
It looks that way. I can't think of anyone else.
Yeah, that night, because of the letter, I had no choice but to go to KB Security. Wow, this is cool. I'm really into this kind of stuff.
Oh yeah? It's one of our most valuable treasures.
If I ever get out of here, me and Desi will go to Lordly Taylor to check out the whole treasures of Corain exhibit.
Okay. So yeah, just promise me you won't steal anything, okay?
Oh, don't worry. We'd be going when I'm not on the job as Masked Mask.
Well, that's reassuring.
Hang on.
Yep.
I need a drink. this has got to be the real Master Mask.
I'm sure it is. I know Master Mask when I see him.
Yes, but this isn't you, right, Mr. Delight?
Well, no. I was a KB security then.
So then, I guess it really was Detective Atme, after all.
Wow, this is cool. I'm really into this kind of stuff.
So, what was this blackmail letter written by KB Security's CEO, Kane Bullard?
Bullard.
I think so. Probably. You can only get into the CEO's office if you have a key card.
And the blackmail letter said to me to KB Security.
Guess no one other than Mr. Bullard could have written this letter then.
I was at KB Security at around 1 o'clock that night. I took out my wallet to open the door with the key card.
So is that when you dropped it?
I'm sorry. I should have told you the truth earlier.
What are you still doing with this key card anyway? Didn't you return it when you left your job at KB Security?
Of course I returned it. Don't be silly. But it got sent back to me along with the blackmail letter.
With the blackmail letter?
Yes, it said, use this to enter the CEO's office.
I see.
Oh, I didn't know Master Mask had become so famous.
See, I actually bought this publicity photo.
Really? Well, I'd be happy to sign it if you like. I'll even add behind bars.
Yes, please, please.
Looks like Ron has totally forgotten about what happened at the trial today. That he was declared not guilty of being Master Mask.
That's the emergency buzzer from the CEO's office. Don't press it. It makes a terrible racket.
Sorry, I just love making a lot of noise.
Does this buzzer have something to do with this case?
Well, at this point, I don't really know yet. After all, there were no prints on it, or anything else for that matter.
But then how did it get set off?
Right? This list. We found it in the office of the CEO, Mr. Bullard.
Hey, this is a list of all the things Master Mask stole.
And that's the value of each item listed next to them. $100,000, $150,000.
Are you sure that's the value of the stolen item?
The number seemed a little low to me.
Maybe it's how much Master Mask was paid to steal the items.
Maybe.
Even on the black market, the prices should be at least 3 times higher than that.
I guess he knows about that stuff because he used to be a security guard.
Hey, this is an article about my debut heist. Boy, that was a tough one. Before I knew it, they were hot on my trail.
The mask... Oh.
The Master Mask. He must have gotten away, right? It says in the article that he disappeared.
That's right. I got a sudden burst of inspiration. I hid my Master Mask costume in a nearby plastic bucket. Then I quickly changed into my security guard uniform. Pretty clever, eh?
Oh, awesome. Hey, hold the phone. Regarding this photo, is this you, Mr. Wright?
Duh.
That's right. Nice trick if I do say so myself.
Nice and easy to figure out. Even pearls could see through that in a heartbeat. About first heist, guard in photo is Ron Delight.
But as you might expect, Detective Atme found the disguise. He truly deserves the title of Ace Detective.
Detective Atme found the Master Mask disguise. That's interesting.
Yes, and I heard that he brought it home with him.
So that's it. That's when Atme got his hands on this.
Thanks to that, I got the chance to remake my costume.
That That must have been really time consuming, huh?
Yes, it took quite a while to complete. Anyway, a few days after that, I received the first of the blackmail letters.
Blackmail letters?
You got them starting when? Tell me more, now! Hey, calm down. Don't get so worked up.
The buzzer went off just once. Around the time that Boulders was killed.
Ooh, that's scary.
Do you know anything about that, Mr. Delight?
Sorry, I'm afraid I don't.
Well, I'm not surprised by how clueless he is anymore.
This blackmail letter. Is this the first one you got?
No, of course not. But this is the first one that ever called me out to a specific location.
So did you start receiving blackmail letters after this incident?
Yes, just a few days after the Tear of Emanon heist. That first letter, it said, "I know you did it."
Someone found out your true identity? Just like that?
Now, it's not easy being a master thief, you know. I've got proof that it was you, so give up, it went on to say. So in the end, I had to give up the treasure I went through all that trouble to steal.
Is that right? Hey, hang on a second. What do you mean you had to give it up?
Oh, don't worry. After I put the jewel in the safe deposit box the letter specified, someone sent me $10,000.
So after the Eye of Emanon, after he returned that, after he returned it back, totally, then he got money. How many of the treasures that Master Mask stole did they actually get back?
Five now.
No, that's how many things he's stolen.
That they gotten back.
Remember, Atme said, I even got the thing back the last time. Before the urn, only the last one had ever been retrieved back. So you put the jewel in some safety deposit box. Who the heck has the jewel?
I'm confused.
He stole 5 things. They never caught him. They never caught him. They never caught him. They managed to get the thing back. The urn. The very first heist, he gave the item back. But they never got the item. So where the hell is the item? Who did he give it to?
Where's the
Someone probably has all of these items.
Where's the Tear of Emanon and all the rest?
That's what I'm saying. He said he put it in some safe deposit box. So someone's been blackmailing him, even though he's not actually Master Mask, and taking all of the items. But they don't give them back to the museum. Where are the items? Someone has all of these items. No one said anything about me being worried, you know.
After that, I started getting the plans in the mail.
Someone started telling him what to do.
The plan? What are these plans you're talking about?
They were instructions on how to steal a crown or painting or some other rare treasure. They showed security blind spots, escape routes, and even suggested training methods.
So you mean that someone who planned the heist wasn't you?
No, it wasn't. I only planned the very first one. After that, I received plans from some very kind person. Incredibly detailed plans.
Sounds like Mr. Light is thankful to the person that was blackmailing him.
So Ron Delight was Master Mask after all. So he was Master Mask the first time. And then after that, someone else was blackmailing him and telling him what to steal and how to steal it. Which would make sense with Luke saying that he created Masked Mask. Because if he was sending the letters telling Ron what to do, then he, in essence, created Masked Mask. He created all the heists. And I'm pretty sure it never says Masked Mask in the article. He didn't have a thief name. But someone else is behind the thefts. Someone who planned them all out in detail.
All he is a... All he is an accomplice.
Yeah. All I had to do was deposit the treasures I stole into the safe deposit box. Then just waited for the cash to come in the mail. Could you try not to look so gleeful about it?
So you went after the Sacred Urn because of one of the plans too?
Well, see, the truth is, I've never seen the urn. All I did was follow the instructions and steal what I was told to steal.
Like I said, he was an accomplice.
He never saw the urn.
He just picked up the box.
Exactly. Mr. Delight, is everything you just told me the truth? Yes, but please don't tell Desi, okay? Ron's testimony. From Damask's second heist on, he was stealing as directed by blackmail letters. Ron, before we go, there's one more thing I want to ask you. Yes? Please don't hurt me. Mr. Kane Bullard, do you swear that it wasn't you who killed him?
Yes, of course. I could never. I'm not lying. All I did was hide his body in the safe. But then I was afraid they'd discover what I did, so I turned myself in yesterday.
That's why he turned himself in as Masked Mask.
I see. Why?
Well, if the judge had ruled that I was guilty of robbery, then I'd have an alibi, right?
That's why he was so desperate about it.
That's why he was so desperate to get sent to prison for robbery. Because if they proved that he was the robber, then he literally could not have been the murderer. Ah.
I guess so. You're clever, Mr. Delight.
I guess I have no choice but to take Mr. Delight at his word.
Mystic Maya. Hey, Pearly. I'm back.
Hey, Pearls. So what have you been up to this whole time?
The Sacred Urn, Mr. Nick. I took it back to Crane Village to have it examined. And what did you find out?
It's fake.
So there's no need to worry. They said it's the real urn. Pearls.
No. She's right. I had a feeling. It is the real urn.
They fixed it.
My guess is Adrian dropped it on the ground and broke it. And so she put it back together. And went, look, see? It's totally real. I fixed it. Yeah, it's all good.
So that pink stuff actually glue?
No, it's paint.
Why'd she paint it?
She didn't.
So where did the paint come from?
There's paint. There's a giant paint splotch on the ground. You keep asking when we're going to point that out.
Yeah, where did it come from, though?
And it, because she knocked over paint. Think about it. The open box had paint on it. And the paint with the square cut out of it because that's where she dropped the box. The box opened up, urn fell out, smashed. So she picked up all the pieces that were covered in paint and put it back together and went, there, haha, it never got hurt, haha, it's perfect. That's why I cleaned it. Yeah, I just cleaned it because I wanted to look pretty. I definitely did not clean it because it was covered in paint and I broke it.
Woo! That's a relief. I was really worried. But there's one small problem. Problem? These cute little pink splotches. They said that paint. And that they were put on the urn recently.
Why are we talking about the pink splotches again? What's the big deal?
What's the big deal? We gotta find out how they got there. That's the big deal. Yes, Mr. Nick. We've gotta find out how they got there.
Okay. We'll go find out how they got there. Please don't forget about me. Found in Amy's office, covered in pink splotches, but it's the genuine article. See, and then that just flat out says, okay, you need to go talk to the person that was in charge of the urn. So then we go to Adrian and talk to her. So we just did everything out of order.
Okay.
Whoops. October 13th, Lordly Taylor, Basement Warehouse.
Oh, Pearl. So nice to see you. Hello there. I haven't seen you around lately. What have you been up to? Well, actually, having this urn examined. Oh, I see.
Maybe if we take another good look at this urn, we can figure out the mystery of what actually happened here.
Nick, let's look around one more time.
Now,
What?
first, I just remembered something.
More time. What? What?
No? She said she wanted to meet Pearl.
Huh.
We got Pearl back.
Yeah. Great. Sure, of course.
She's standing right here. Okay. Alright.
Look around. Fun.
This box, there's something about it that's bothering me.
That's the box that has a circuit. That's the sacred urn within. It looks like there's some pink paint on it too. Oh my god, finally!
Took long enough.
Oh my god, finally. And it's definitely the same color as the stuff on the urn.
I think I know how the paint got on it now.
Alright, let's investigate again, Nick.
Urn box, a wooden box that had the sacred urn in it. Has pink paint paint stains on it.
Can't say that, can you?
Pink paint stain? You can't.
Pink stand.
See?
Oh, yeah.
Looks to me like it's been dry for several days.
There's something suspicious about this paint mark. The bottom left part of it is shaped oddly, and it's shocking pink. Mr. Nick, could it be that this odd shape is...
Yeah. I'm pretty sure this is it.
Ah! That's the box that was had the thicker urn in it.
If you look here, there's a little bit of paint on the box as well.
Wow, you're right. Look, it matches. What is it, Mr. Nick?
This is all turning out exactly as I thought it would. Completely dry, the box of the sacred urn fits in the gap perfectly. Things all starting to become clear. We're that much closer to solving the mystery of what happened to the urn.
Finally! So I'm so happy.
Miss Andrews, do you know anything about the sacred urn?
If I could dance right now, I would. Seriously? Do I know anything? I'm in charge of the entire treasure exhibit.
The urn that was submitted before the court today. It's obviously not the same urn as before.
Well, that's true. Maybe it's the same. It could be a fake.
A fake?
Zero One said it wasn't the same. So that's the most obvious explanation. Do you have any evidence that the urn submitted at the trial was genuine?
Right there. It says found in Atommy's office covered in pink splotches, but it's the genuine article. Sorry to break it to you, but the urn is the genuine article. Pearls went back to Crane Village and had it examined.
Is that right? That's nice, but I don't see how.
What she discovered was that the urn had been broken. Again.
Did you say again?
Yes, it was broken once a year ago. And now it looks like the same thing has happened. And quite recently, too.
So recently? Are you saying that this urn was broken recently?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Why do you think it was broken recently? How do you know?
No? It's like it was broken recently. I'm not giving up on that. Why do you think it was broken recently? How do you know? Oh. Because we've got a picture of what it looked like before. This poster. It was made recently, right?
Poster. The poster for the exhibit.
At the time when this photo was taken, the urn said, I am on it. But now, for some mysterious reason, it says Amy. When the urn was fixed, the letters were transposed.
Ah!
I didn't expect this plot point to come up again. Because remember, we pointed out that it was broken because the Amy turned into I am. And now we're proving again that the urn was broken because the I am turned back into Amy.
How many times does urn get smashed?
The poor urn. There must be like none of Amy's like spirit left in there.
Seriously? Like the second time it was smashed, the rest of Amy's spirit was probably just like, okay, that's it, I'm out.
Right?
Yeah. I am? What does that even mean? I don't know anything about that. I wasn't even there when the photo for this poster was taken.
That was a mistake. Now, tell the truth.
Oh wait.
4.
Even if the urn was broken, I had nothing to do with it.
Huh?
Yes, that's it. It must have been one of the people at the photo shoot. They probably dropped it. I'm sure that's what happened.
Looks like she's not going to give up that last psych lock so easily.
Do you have any proof the urn was broken here at Lordly Taylor?
Well, Miss Andrews?
What is this supposed to mean?
There's pink paint all over this urn.
Mm.
And there's pink paint all over the floor and walls of this basement warehouse. In other words, this urn was broken here. You can't weasel out of this one, Miss Andrews.
But
Uh-oh. She's trying to make her escape.
you can get pink paint anywhere. Blah.
Well, there's none in my office, that's for sure.
Well, there is in my room.
Liar.
Anyway, the paint's on the urn and the paint's on the floor. There's no proof that it's the same paint. Yes, we think.
Come on, this is getting ridiculous.
Thank you.
The proof linking the paint on the urn to the paint on the floor is...
The box.
this box. The urn was stored in this, right?
Yes, that's right.
Well, there's pink paint on this box as well.
Ah,
I think you already know where I'm going with this, don't you?
yes, more or less.
The paint on the floor has an odd shape imprinted in it, doesn't it?
Yes.
If you put this box into the impression in the paint, you can see it fits perfectly. Which means this box was dropped right over there. And that is when the urn was broken.
Sure, but
You're named as you justice, Mr. Wright.
the name doesn't do justice, that's right.
I did not hit the button.
I'm so sorry. I was the one who broke the urn.
Boy, does this make me feel like some kind of evil school teacher.
I'm a terrible person. Not only did I break it, but I tried to hide what I did. Well, that's not so hard to understand. Is it, Pearly? No, Pearls of all the people should know. No, not at all. That's just how she feels. See? It happened about 2 weeks ago. Just after the poster photo was taken. It's on the same day the urn arrived here.
The same day the urn arrived.
What?
So in other words, they went, all right, please be careful with the urn. And she went, thank you for the urn. You didn't see that.
Basically, Sheldon just threw a bag of diapers on the floor.
I dropped the box.
Keep holding up.
Bag of diapers.
I'm pretty sure it happened after they left the room.
Okay, fine, sorry. I'm glad that I got the urn safe and sound. Now that they're gone, let me just put it in the back. Crap.
Something like that. Yeah, something more like that. Anyway. I thought I put it way down here for safekeeping. I was carrying it in the box. When I tripped on a paint can and lost my balance. That's where the paint came from. The box I was carrying crashed into the ground. I heard a terrible noise and thought my heart was going to stop. Fearing the worst, I opened the lid of the box, and that's when it happened. The broken pieces of the urn fell out out the box and land on the paint.
Poor Adrian, she just cannot win.
I know. I was in shock. And then I hear scream. I can totally see how that could have happened.
Yeah, as clumsy as she is, I'm sure Maya understands.
So I knew it was the most important treasure in all the Crane Village. So I tried as hard as I could to fix it. Fortunately, the shards were pretty big. And that's when the I am got changed to Amy. I didn't know how it was originally written.
Because she got it in the box. And so when she opened up the box, it was already broken. So she didn't know what it said. So she picked up the pieces and went, oh, Amy. Duh. I'll put it back together so it says Amy.
So that's what it originally said.
Exactly. So that's what she thought it said. Although it also could have spelled Mia.
Oh, it could have, yeah. I'm surprised that didn't happen.
Right?
But any same person fixing it would have assumed it said Amy.
Exactly. Ouch.
Any same person? Really?
Okay, listen, Pearl, you can't read. So you're safe.
You're only 9 years old. You can't read.
Oh, Pearls. She said she wasn't very good at spelling.
Anyway, I put the urn into the storeroom, and no one had seen it since then.
Broken and repaired by Adrian 2 weeks ago, then replaced in his box, kept out of sight.
I'm surprised it didn't just mess up the name again.
Right?
And said Mia.
It just shows up and it says Mia. Like, by that point, Maya's got to be going, okay, what is going on with this urn? I swear it said Amy, but then it said I am. I thought it said I am, but no, now it says Mia. And then, like, in the 4th game, it breaks again. And we get the urn. And all of a sudden it says, like, Phoenix. We're like, how? How'd you even get Phoenix out of that?
I don't know. It broke really it's broken into really tiny pieces.
I guess so.
And so you would get Phoenix out of all the tiny pieces. But there's something I don't get. When I first came here, I didn't see any paint stains. So that's because it was so ugly. It's embarrassing.
I dragged the statue over it to hide it.
I used the golden statue to cover it.
The Amy Faye statue. Aha! The first time that we came down here, it was on the night that the sacred urn was stolen.
But Mr. Nick, there was no paint marks on the wall or floor of the warehouse when we were here.
You sure about that?
Well, there's good reason for that. On the day of the crime, around noon, that golden statue just happened to arrive from the mountain training hall. And I realized that the statue would be the perfect size for covering up the paint stains. That's why I put it where you first saw it. I see. Now it makes perfect sense. But there's still one thing I find strange. treasure pearl. Today after the urn was stolen, we came here again. Yeah, how did it get over there?
It's on a rolling cart.
It is?
Yes. It can be easily moved.
I see.
The question's more, why was it moved?
Yeah. At the time, the statue had been moved and the paint clearly visible.
He's right about that. Well, Miss Andrews?
Huh? What? I don't know anything about that. I placed it there to cover the paint. So why would I move it again? That makes sense. Well then who was it? Who would have done that and why? Done it and why?
On the day before the theft, the statue was definitely closer to the door. And the next day, it was moved. But why? Carried into the basement warehouse the day of the crime. Moved again that night. It looks like there's some connection between the sacred urn and the murder case.
Oh, why? Why do you think so, Nick?
Because that night, the real thief, Ron Delight, was at KB Security. So then why did another master mask show up here? A lot of different things are pointing to one undeniable fact.
One undeniable fact?
The murder trial is starting tomorrow, but it looks like that thief is going to be making another appearance. To be continued. Dun dun dun. Dang it.
You sure you can't show me that outline on stream?
Yes.
You sure?
Like I said, it'll just make the twist even more twisty.
Okay, a lot of you guys probably already saw it, but like, oh my god. I have a suspect.
Yeah?
I don't have a reason for it, but I'm just shouting out. That's all. Get out.
You think Godot did it?
What if it's like a Von Karma? It's like Manfred Von Karma deal.
What, do anything to win the case?
No, he did it. And he's the own prosecutor.
Oh.
Yeah, remember?
Maybe, but Godot doesn't seem like a bad guy. He just seems like a weirdo.
She just seems like a weird, bizarre, caffeine addicted jerk.
Yeah.
It's like he's one of those guys.
Mm-hmm.
She was kind of like Edgeworth, minus the coffee thing, when we first met him.
Told you.
What?
I told you it's totally Miles.
Again, what made him addicted to coffee then?
Long nights of staying up, wondering how he will get revenge on Phoenix Wright.
I don't think he would ever need revenge. Because, like Miles said, they're just like friendly rivals at this point.
Right.
It's like they pit heads against each other all the time now. But at the same time, they trust each other.
Right, yeah.
And they believe in each other, and they actually help each other out when necessary. Even during trials. So, like, he would have zero reason to have revenge. Like, what would he have revenge for? Seriously.
Maybe he's not doing it for revenge.
What?
Maybe he's not doing it for revenge.
Then what's he doing it for?
He's doing it to make sure that Phoenix stays on his toes and keeps his mind sharp.
Then why act like an entirely different person? When normal Edgeworth can do
Because
that by
Phoenix
himself.
would let his guard down if it was his friend.
He never has?
Phoenix lets his guard down all the time.
Not really.
It's Phoenix. Anyway, outro.
Fine. So yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode, and we will be back for some more of the coffee guy. Yay!
Oh.
The Lysander goggles guy who drinks like 17 cups of coffee a day. Because he's worse than Detective Pikachu. I'm serious.
Right.
So yes, I hope you enjoyed today, and see you for some more on Monday. So, bye guys!
Farewell.